So good evening, everyone, and welcome to our training tonight. It's usual for Superstars team to gather here every Tuesday evening to make sure that we are learning. We say if you want to earn, then you must learn first. And so as we scale the heights of success together as Superstars team, we don't want to leave anyone behind, except those who are ignorant of the fact that you must equip yourself for you to get to the top. One of the things that limits people from shining and performing at their optimal levels is that they don't really work on themselves, they don't learn the skills, they don't train, and so they operate from an ignorant point of view. And the Superstars team, we don't want to go that direction. So welcome, and today our topic is very interesting. I thought about this topic, stepping up to the 1% most successful leaders in our business, because when Pieros and I started the business 15 years ago in 2010, we had very clear targets of operating at excellence levels and crushing it to the top within the fastest speed. And I remember when we were cruising, we could come across people who are trying to discourage us, telling us that there is no hurry in Africa. But we wanted to be special. We wanted to perform at our level best. There is no point of later coming back and saying, I wish I did better. This is the opportunity we have to do that better. And true to it, working with the right strategy, putting our best foot forward, we were able to get to the very top within a very short time, president team members in 2 years, 11 months. But I must confess that we are on another gear. How many of us in the call, Superstars, feel like this is the time to change gears and you engage the highest gear? You see, the greatest room in the world, we say, is the room for improvement, where you feel, yes, I can do better. Oh my, I don't know why this year, 2025, I personally feel so changed. I'm not losing any minute from morning to evening. I'm on a high gear. And you know, as a team, we are within what we are calling 90 days challenge. By the end of this 90 days challenge, I can assure you will never be the same again. Our businesses will never be the same again. And so if there is one of us who is not doing the 90 days challenge, releasing all your energy in the next 90 days, please, you better do so. Yes. And so today I want to share with us my thoughts around the area of how do you become a man? How do you take yourself to the top 1% performance? So that if we are 1,000 of us, then you are among the first, that 1%. And that should be, I think, 10 or so, whichever it is, 100. You want to be among the very, very best in performance. The beauty is when you rise to that level, it also means that your income is growing. In fact, I am so excited that Pieros and I, when we started this business, within a few years, we were among the highest paid in the industry in our country. And it is possible. It's possible for each one of us. There is the general feeling that one must really take a lot of time for you to get to the top and earn those big bonuses. I challenge you, you can earn a six-figure income in your first 2-3 months. You can earn 7 figures in your first 1 year, but then you must do things differently than what ordinary people will do. So are we ready to go? Allow me to share 5 items or areas that I feel we can really consider, and we operate at that 1%. As a team, we've been ranked as the best for many years. We've gotten those trophies. Behind me, you can see some of them, for being the #1 team in the whole world as far as this business is concerned. It's not accidental, it's through strategy. And you see, we can all be top performers and take Superstars team to another whole new level. #1, I want to suggest that if you want to be among the top 1% of the most successful leaders, then #1, keep a positive demeanor throughout your life in the business. At all times, keep a positive demeanor. Demeanor is how do you conduct yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you talk? You see, success is about who you are. Think about that. You must see yourself as successful for you to become successful. I love quoting the Bible, the verse that says, as a man thinketh, or a woman, as a man thinketh, so he is. So you must think yourself into success and speak yourself or talk yourself into success. Many people, when they start a business, they start talking of, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I'm good in talking to people. I have never done this. I've never done that. Guess what? It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're prophesying negative things. That's not the demeanor that you are talking about. We want positive demeanor. Talk good things. Talk possibilities. When we started the business with Puros, we saw ourselves as president team members. And that is what we stuck to. Have you ever heard of someone who says, now the problem with me is that I have never been good at something. Guess what? The universe will come together and make that a reality. Other people say, there are no people to join this business. And another person will bring so many people into the business from the same locality, from the same location. So what happened? When you told yourself that there are no people to join you, even when you are approaching them, you approach them with that kind of an attitude. I've had people say, I've talked to so many people, they are rejecting, they are rejecting, they are rejecting. Let me tell you, it's not the people who reject you, it is you who rejects yourself. Try it out. Go out with a very positive self-talk, telling yourself, today, everyone I will talk to will get started. My business is exploding. I am a 5-diamond director, and you see, you'll attract people, and that will become a reality. No doubt about it. So keep a positive demeanor. Walk like a successful person. You cannot afford to walk like someone who is looking for some lost coins. No, you have to walk with excitement, with courage, with energy. Like someone who is going somewhere. People don't want to follow people who look like they are going for a burial. They want to follow people who look like they are going to some exciting place. Positive demeanor. And this also includes even how you look, the physique, the way you wear your clothes, whatever. People look at the outlook first before they even listen to you. All right? So how do you interact with others? How do you interact and relate with other people? Do they feel respect and do they feel like they want to be with you for a long time? Superstars, we are talking of prospecting. When you're prospecting people out there, do they feel like you're the right person that they want to spend time with? Our business is a relationship business, and therefore you'll either attract people or you repel people depending on how you relate with them. Don't be that person that other people will be so sad to see you come and they are so happy to see you leave because you are toxic, because you just suck energy from them, and that becomes very difficult for you to really perform well in our business. We are not hunters. We are fishermen and fisherwomen. We do the business by attracting people, not by chasing them, chasing after them. No. So how do you interact with others and how do you relate with other people? When you encounter people who are negative, how do you behave? Maya Angelou says, things may change me, but they will not reduce me. That means your demeanor should be, even when you interact with people who are negative, they don't see you being changed negatively. You are not reduced by them. When you start this business, people tell you, you are going nowhere. Let's see. You know, they want to see whether you will succeed. Then they join you. That is what people will do. And therefore, if they tell you that business doesn't work, that business is for women. I was making a joke the other day with the team here in Nairobi, that when my colleagues told me, that business is for women, I told them, oh my, is that the reason why they are driving Range Rovers and the Mercedes-Benzes and the Land Cruisers? I want that women's business. So when people give you the lemon, you make a lemonade. That is it. So let people not reduce you. Let what people tell you not reduce you. They may make you to change the strategy and maybe do it in a better way next time, but they should never reduce you. Right? Now, the second thing I want to suggest that we do is let's work very hard on ourselves. Work very hard on yourself. If you want to be among the top 1% performers, then you must work very hard on yourself. Jim Rohn says you must work harder on yourself than you work on the job. What that means is the first hindrance to success is you. If you don't really work to become a better you. In fact, I dare say we are not in a business of pursuing money. We attract more money and more success by the persons we become. So work very hard on yourself. Become the best leader there can ever be. Now, let me see. Very fast, in a few seconds. Superstars, type on the chat. What would you desire that your leader does for you? What would you desire that your leader does for you? What would you want them to do for you? Let me see what you would love that they do for you. What would you desire from them? What would you really be so happy to see your uplines, your leaders doing for you so that you can succeed in the business? I'm on the charts. I'm on the charts. Yeah, setting the pace. Thank you, Rose Omolo. You are copying my notes here. Encourage me, yes, to keep you fired up. Father Lucas, thank you. Now, what else? Only 2 people have a suggestion of what they would love from the uplines. Yes, Obura, keep supporting me by example, leading by example. I love that. Anything else that you want your upline, your leader to do? Serafina, helping me close the business. Mary Boshi, train me to be a better leader. Oh, Tabitha, push me. Florence, inspire me. Samuel, Father, guidance each moment. Chelangat, inspire me to highest level. Let's stop at this. I see you really want so many things from your leader. Now, please copy all those things on your notebook and you start doing them now to anyone that joins your team. Copy them and start doing them. If you don't have a team, start doing them for yourself. Your leaders will do that. But then you want now to start growing to become a leader who can do what you just told me down there. That is how you become the best leader. By analyzing what would I love my leaders to do for me. And then you start practicing and learning how to do those things. Even if you don't have a team to mentor, start reading on how do you mentor people. So that's the second thing right there. Work very hard on yourself. Be the best leader there is, or there can never be. And we say you attract who you are, not who you want. You attract who you are, not who you want. Now, who doesn't know that our business will move very fast when you attract people who are business builders, people who want to build business empires, because your success is the sum total of their successes. So for you to attract those people who are dreamers, people who have big vision and all that, then you have to be that person first. Think about that. When you know that, friends, you'll work on yourself harder than you work on the job. Which books are you reading? Who are you listening to on the YouTube? Who are you following? Are you busy on the social media just scrolling and laughing alone like a mad fellow because of the funny things that you are seeing? Is that what you are doing? Or you are busy reading and listening to motivational speakers, people who bring the best out of yourself, people who are more knowledgeable than you are? What are you doing? Are you reading the right books? Are you doing all those kind of things? And then finally, for you to really be the best, you need to build a story. To become attractive, have a story. People want to hear that so sweet story. People will join you because of your sweet story. Now, there is the common belief, and it's a myth, it's not true, that you need to be so successful for you to have a good, attractive story. No, a good story is about where you are before, what you didn't like about it, why you started the business, and either what you have achieved or the kind of future you foresee for yourself. For example, if I have not achieved anything in the business, or let me even put it this way, when I started the business, in the kit, there was that lifestyle magazine. I was brand new, and I used to walk with that lifestyle magazine wherever I went. and I could show people the success stories of others in that lifestyle magazine. But then I would also show them at the cover of that lifestyle magazine, there was a photo of where people were flying to 6 months from that time. And people are flying to Cape Town for one team vacation. There was a very nice photo of or picture of Cape Town. And I used to tell people, you know what? I'm so excited that in the next few months, I'll be flying to Cape Town. And they really joined me so that we could fly together. Well, they didn't make to fly with me, but I managed to fly. Because I really joined my business and we built the business together. So what am I saying? Your story is what will attract other people. It doesn't have to be long. You don't have to have succeeded so much. But please, I challenge you tonight, take time and think about your story. Very simple things. Who are you? What did you do before the business? What made you to get started? What didn't you like about what you are doing then? Then what happened after you joined? Have you benefited in any way? If there is, mention that. And then how do you see your future? Now, the kind of future that you are seeing will really make others to want to see and face and enjoy that kind of future together. How many of us in this call would love to fly with us to Cape Town on 22nd of May this year? How many of us would love to fly with us on 22nd of May this year? And in September, you fly with us to Lisbon, Portugal. Right. I see that. Yes, many people want. Many people want. Yes, I want. Yes, I can see so many people are typing, me, I want. You see, I have not yet gone to Cape Town on 22nd of May 2025. It lies in the future. None of us in this call has already achieved that. It lies ahead of us. But now I'm painting the picture that we all can go together. And so now the question of what do you need to do so that we can go together, it's very easy to answer. I mean, it's easy for you to do what I would tell you to do so that we fly together because you already want that kind of future. Now, number three. Number three, be inspirational. Be inspirational. Many of you mentioned that you would love your leader to inspire you all through. Now, this is number three for you. Be inspirational by words and by performance. Be inspirational by words and by performance. If you want your team to really have a lot of energy, a lot of charisma, a lot of momentum, then you must be the source of that inspiration. How do you inspire people? Two ways, by your words and by your deeds. Did you say that you would want your leader to lead by example, to show you the way by example? That is it. So it is through words and through performance. If you want your team to really sponsor so many people, be the first one to sponsor, and they will do as you do, not as you tell them. Man can see, man can do game. That's our business. And so even if you are new in this business, please note that it is about doing. It's not just about really learning. You have to be doers, not just hearers. But when it comes to words, you want your words to really inspire everyone you meet. So think about what you want to say before you say it. Never utter a word that will discourage someone. What I mean is this: even when the business is not working for you so well, you don't go telling people, oh, I don't know what's happening. My business is not moving. Is that inspiring? No. Maybe you just sponsored 2 people or 1 person and you are telling them, you know what, I've talked to so many people. No one wants to hear about this thing. I think this thing doesn't work. I don't think it's mine. Now you are not inspiring them. Even when the business is not growing and you are like discouraged and someone asks you, how is your business doing? Tell them, man, my business is going crazy. If I told you, you won't believe. Now, it is true. If it's going crazy downwards, they may not believe it. But you see, depending on how you say that, it's going crazy. If I told you, you would believe. Now they know that craziness must be upward. And so they will join you. And for sure, it will go upward. It will go crazy upwards. So, in fact, it's in the Bible. It talks of let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich. Because if your wants are positive, you are going to succeed. It doesn't matter the current situation. In fact, Les Brown says, if you fall down, fall facing up. That means even when you are down, you should always have hopes and you speak hope. When COVID came, many leaders started saying, our business is done, we are finished. And for sure they got finished. But you know what? That is when our business took another turn upwards. Why? Instead of speaking defeat, we started thinking and talking of how do we utilize social media? And we were able to build businesses even internationally beyond what we could have done without COVID. All right? So be very inspirational. Be emotionally smart. Be emotionally smart. That emotional intelligence, you don't want to utter words that will affect people negatively. But on the other hand, you also should be able to handle whatever people tell you so that it doesn't affect your emotions. Emotional intelligence is basically mastery of how you respond or how your wants affect others and how other people's wants affect you. That's emotional intelligence. And that is where we say in our business, you really must develop a thick skin so that people don't just affect you with their wants, but also from your end. Make sure your wants don't affect other people negatively. That is emotionally being smart. Then be optimistic 24/7. For you to be inspirational in your wants, then you must be very optimistic. Optimism is basically that feeling and belief that things are going to change. Doesn't matter where my business is right now. I know it will change. How many of us in this call have struggled to sponsor somebody for the last several months and you've not been able to sponsor? And guess what? If you are optimistic, then you'll be convinced that today is 21st. By end of this month, I am going to sponsor 5 people. And you stick to that. Being optimistic throughout. The opposite is true. There are those who are pessimistic, negative. Now, this is the difference. Optimists see opportunities in every challenge, but pessimists see challenges in every opportunity. That's the difference. You hand them over a glass of water, and water is halfway the glass, and an optimist will see a glass half full. A pessimist will see a glass half empty. You give them a donut. Give them a donut. You know a donut? with a hole at the center. And an optimist will see, wow, what a good, nice, appetizing donut. But a pessimist will see the hole, you know, that hole. They will see the hole and they'll be asking, where did you take this flour that was meant to be in here? And they will leave complaining, I cannot take the donut. Where did you take that flour? Where is it? I wanted to. That's about perception. If you want to be a top performer, you must always be positive, be optimistic. It doesn't matter the circumstances. I promise you, you will encounter challenges. For you to really be super successful, you have to overcome those challenges by remaining optimistic and positive. You buy a product called aloe vera gel. A customer had asked you for aloe vera juice. You confused. You took aloe vera gel. That's for skincare. And they tell you, I cannot pay because you've brought the wrong product. And you spent all the money you had to buy that product. Now, instead of starting to argue, you know, I'm sure you had stocked of aloe vera gel and all that. No, instead of that, why not say, wow, what an opportunity. I have not used aloe vera gel before. This is mine. I'm happy that she never took it. At least I have an opportunity to apply the aloe vera gel. That is the attitude. But if you are a pessimist, you can never see it that way. A story is told of sales officers who are sent to Africa to sell shoes or to look for a market for shoes. And one of them, of course, both of them discovered that by then, so many people are not putting on shoes in Africa. And one of them reported to the manager and said, you know what? We cannot get anyone to buy shoes from Africa. Why? They are not wearing shoes. I think they don't need shoes. They are so poor they cannot afford shoes. But the other one said, wow, the market here is so huge. Imagine everyone will buy shoes. No one has one. Two people, same scenario, but seeing things differently. So for you to be inspirational, you must have that mind and eye of seeing things positively throughout. Let me quickly go to number 4 because of time. And this is for you to be a top performer, top 1% top performers, then you must minimize distractions from your goals. Minimize distractions from your goals. We are in a world where distractions are so many. You start a task and something interferes with that and you lose focus of where you are going. Now, all of us, what is our destination? All of us. I would want to see on the chart, what is our common destination for you and for me in this business? What's the highest rank do we desire to get? It doesn't matter the years it will take. Please, on the chart again. Oh, I want to engage you. Which step? Is it senior manager? Oh, PT. Reverend Malusi wants to be a PT. Veronica, 5 diamond directors. Zuleka, president. All of us want to get there. President Sarafina, and so on and so forth. Oh yes, Mary Bosch, 5 diamond director. Irene, president. Sarah, 5 diamond director. Susan, 5 diamond. Sylvia, 5. Now, whether you said president, because new people may not know what is this 5 diamond director, or you said 5 diamond director, those who understand the president ranks, the truth is, I can see all of us, we have the same destination. We want to get there. Now, guess what? No one in the world can stop you from getting there. But then you must focus on getting to 5 diamond or president by all means. You wake up in the morning and that is what you've set your mind to, and you don't allow anything else to come in between. So the activities that you do the whole day are those which are aligned to becoming a president or a 5 diamond director. And you have those items or the things that you want to do so clear that you can even do per hour. This time to this time, this is what I'm supposed to do. This hour to this hour, this is what I'm supposed to do. And you stick to that. You don't want, you are making calls and someone tells you, oh, would you please take me to the supermarket? And you are like, oh yeah, in fact, I really was wondering who can I take to the supermarket? Now, you really must be so disciplined not to allow anything to distract you. Now, good things and bad things can easily distract you. You cannot be so available for every function on earth. Every burial, you must be there. Every wedding, you must be there, even for people that you really don't know. I mean, honestly speaking, your time is so precious. You have to really remember our theme this year. Who can remember the theme for the year? We shared it the other day. Massive action for massive step-ups. So you have to really be so careful not to allow anything else other than massive action in sponsoring, massive action in prospecting, massive action in training, massive action on what you really want to accomplish or what will take you closer to your destination. So avoid or minimize your distractions. That's a whole topic. We'll not really do it now, but there are those things that you will even have to eliminate because your time is so precious. So ask yourself, how many hours per day are you putting into your business to get to that president? How many people are you talking to? I know as we pursue 90 days challenge, we are doing massive calls. By the way, I'm still in our training center because the night found me while I was still making calls. I'm massive. How many people have you called today for the business? Let me see again on the chat down there. Today, I really want to engage you. How many calls did you make today? Whether it's a prospect you're calling to come for the meeting or for product or mentoring a downline distributor, how many calls? Susan Moredi, 80 calls. Today I made 22 calls. Zuleka, Rose, 15. Now let me even just conclude with those. One does 80, another one does 10. I can tell you it's possible that the one doing 80 will get 8 times the results. Pieros did 161. And you expect to get the same results? Never. It's not possible. Now, what made someone to do 160 and another one to do 10? Most likely, the one who did 160, one purposed to do it, and number 2, they remained focused to the cause and they avoided any distraction. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what makes you to be top 1% of the best performance. Can I, in the next and the last 3-4 minutes, give you the number 5? Number 5. Train your army. Train your army. And this is what we are saying, friends, that in our business, you cannot afford to walk and work alone. You cannot walk and work alone. You have to work with a team. And you must train that team. So it has to be a culture for all of us. When you sponsor one person, make sure that that one person is thoroughly trained, thoroughly equipped, fully knowledgeable on what they should do to succeed in the business. You bring in the second person, invest time in making sure that that person is fully trained. And we say you must train hard and fight easy, or you train easily and to be so hard when it comes to fighting. So train hard, fight easy. And you know what? As we've said, your success is the sum total of all the successes from within your team. So if you can spend time to train your team so thoroughly, you equip them so thoroughly, then it means you are going to build a business empire. Bring out their hidden potential. This is what I have to say on this. People will come into your business. Some would have become presidents, but because you didn't tap into their potential, they just grow up to maybe sapphire, maybe director or so. But you want, like the seed that fell on fertile ground, you want them to produce 30, 60, and 100. That means they operate at their maximum. So get every single person who comes into your team and bring out their full potential, their hidden potential. And one way of doing that is, if you are new in the business, work closely with your successful mentors so that they help you to exploit the full potential from the people who are joining your team. And finally, flex their muscles. Don't have a team of people who are just there. They are like lazy. They don't want to torture themselves. They don't want to punish themselves. You see, you have to pay now and play later. I repeat, you have to pay now and play later. That's better than you play now and you pay later. Now, Pieros and I today, and for the last quite a number of years, we have been having fun, enjoying life. Why? We really paid the price. There is no price without a price to be paid. You have to pay the costs for you to really get the reward. We spent sleepless nights. We went all over the country building the business. But then ultimately, we got to that point where the company pays, for our exotic lifestyle. The company picks us from the house to JKIA airport, and then we are flown to the other country, and on that airport, we are received like VVIPs and taken to our hotels, everything paid by the company. Today, we drive that latest shape of Land Cruiser and other machines. We take our children to the best schools, and we have properties here and there just because 15 years ago, we decided to pay the price. And so we are enjoying the reward. Superstars, we have to dismantle our comfort zones. You have to create your own desperation. Don't be so soft on yourself. Be hard on yourself and life will be easy on you. No shortcut. No shortcut, friends. You are a 5-diamond director, but then you really must allow yourself to go through fire. Gold, silver, they are all refined through fire. So are you willing today to pay what the cost? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Are you willing to deny yourself for the sake of your brightest future? And you be recognized very soon as one of the most successful business builders globally? It is possible. I close by saying it is possible. If you are new in the team, please embrace the spirit of excellence. Let's work for excellence. No one ever died of working. Let's work. And if you die of working, then you'll get into the Guinness Book of Records. But guess what? By end of this year, from this call, from the people in this call, by end of this year, we'll have president team members, we'll have Ruby directors, and so many Sapphire directors, and nothing can stop you if you don't stop yourself. So tonight, let this be a turning point, superstars. Let this be a turning point. Decide enough is enough. Those who've been taking a back seat, let us wake up and we decide we are eagles, we are going to fly highest. Let's say no to life of mediocrity and operating at a low level. Let's all fly and let's get to the top together. And with the help of the Almighty God and the hard work that you are going to put in, massive action, talking to so many people, there is a God who rewards the work of our hands. From now henceforth, let's go all in. God bless you so much. And I look forward to celebrating every one of you, each one of you, because it's not business as usual. Let's be meeting in the beaches of the world. God bless.